Shalom. Call Halor Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, where I continue to learn this 100% truth. Shalom to the elder bishops, the elders and the prophets and the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim out there making yourself a living sacrifice, going out on the highways and byways to do this work. And last but not least, the elects. And I'm back again with another video. And I got an inspiration through somebody that I know that knows, that I teach. And they contacted me through text and was asking me about, going back into things that are not good for them and how to deal with say, temptation. So I'm going to entitle this, "The Flesh is Weak and the Spirit is Willing," from what Yahweh Shai, quoting Yahweh Shai. I think he spoke about this in the New Testament, but let's get that real quick. I believe it's Matthew. It's Matthew 26 and 41. And it reads, "Watch and pray that ye may not watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." And this is what Yahweh Shai said. And this is naturally it comes from Yahweh Shai, but this is 144% true, because this is the battle that you're going through every day that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai set up, is that, building your faith and denying your flesh and blood, your temptations, the things that make you feel good. And this is something that's going to get ready to happen very heavy because of the C-hip. You're going to have to deny that C-hip, but you're going to have to deny the essential things that you would need in this time versus just the regular things that make you feel good. You're going to have to deny the essential things, food, shelter, water, clothing. These things you're not going to be able to have access to anymore, and the time to soon come. And this is going to be the ultimate faith tester. This is going to be the ultimate temptation. It's going to be the ultimate trial. And this is going to over exceed the small other lusts that you may have or issues that you may deal with that you're working on to overcome. So let's get Romans 13 and 14. And it reads, "But put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof." Now let's look up that word provision. Let's get provision, the understanding of provision.
Strong's G 4307. Pranoia. Pranoia.
Pranoia. In the Greek, it's panoia. And provision is to forethought. Providential care, to make provision for, to proceed ahead. And I'm saying that, but is panoia is what that means. Let's go to let's get Job. Job 31 and 1. And it reads, and at the top it says, Job asserts his integrity. And this is what the elder apostles are always telling us about. The word comes up a lot about your integrity and the times that we come, the trials that's going to come, the temptations that's going to come. And it's about maintaining your integrity. And Job was a great book to read about maintaining and having integrity for yourself. Because today, our people have truly lost that. No respect, no integrity, no anything, no shame face, anything, male and female. Job 31:1. I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? For what proportion of the Most High is there from above, and what inheritance of the Almighty from on high? In the NLT it says, I have made a covenant with my eyes, not to look with lust at a young woman. For what has the Most High above chosen for us? What is our inheritance from the Almighty on high? And it is as the scripture said, it is roughly paraphrasing, it's the Lord's good pleasure to give us the kingdom. So these are things that, let me get another scripture. These are things that we have to overcome. We're working on overcoming, becoming better at. We're always work in progress because this flesh and blood is always going to look for the need to be pleased. Right? So we have to fight these things. And the only way you can fight and succeed is through the power and grace of Yahweh Shai. And that's it, man. You're not gonna get it. And I speak from experience in my young era. I mean, not era, but in my couple of years in this truth. There's things that the Most High has already helped me with that I struggled with throughout the years before I came into this truth. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 9:5, and it reads, gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. So, I'm speaking on these scriptures that I have, about, the women, because that's one of man's major downfalls is trusting and believing in a woman who, she may have, and it's not like it used to be, but these women are destroyed now. They're done. But she some of the older women at the time, old school women, I'm gonna say, vintage women, did truly care to be with that man and with the man. But Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So the wicked has taken over, and it's definitely have taken over the minds of our women and all women in general. You could be a woman from the East and have tradition and virtues and integrity and all of those things. And you come here to Babylon, you lose all of that. I see it all the time. I see Eastern women, I'm going to say, here. And I remember them from old, how they carried on with traditions. And they just have lost their traditions and they carry on like the feminism modern women of Babylon. But, Babylon will beat you down, man. Babylon will beat a man down and make you drink that cup. You know what I'm saying? Sirach 18:30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. And believe it or not, the Lord made, I'm going to say, a woman to be the way she is, as far as physically, so that we could prosper and we could be fruitful and multiply with them. Because if not, then it probably wouldn't be the urge to want to mate with a woman as much. We still have the ability to want to be with the woman. But if they didn't have the lustful features that they have, and this is why they go out and get the BBLs and put the lips, inject their lips and put the things on their eyelashes, and everything that they do, is to entice the attention of a man. You know what I mean? And it works. It's been working, and a lot of men have fallen because of these things, and they can't help it because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua made them to be a specific type or specific way. Not all, but in these days most are wicked. Sirach 25:21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. And that's just the spirit, man, because, just speaking on these things is very real. You know what I'm saying? And you have to learn how to move in Esau's world, because it's all set up to bring you down. Esau's whole existence is to do what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set him up to do, is to be a hammer and to destroy and to bring down the ones who are adversaries against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And that's after he's done with them, then he's going to get rid of Esau. That's just how it is. That's how it works. Matthew 5:28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart and in his mind. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. And with that, Yahweh Shai is saying, you know what? Let me get it in the NLT. Get it in the NLT. And then I'll break it down. Matthew 5:28, Salakia, in the NLT. But I say, anyone who even looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. And his heart is synonymous with his mind. And committing adultery, meaning that that she's with someone, and she's with a husband, because that's what they are when you sleep. You're with your husband, and you wishing to be with her sexually. That's adultery, because if you could act on it, you would. So you're only one step away from committing sin, which is punishable by death. So just putting it in your mind like that is dangerous, knowing that you would act on it if you had opportunity to. And this is what these women do to us today. They put us in sin by revealing as much as they do with their bodies, and have men or husbands who claim them, and it's just like, that's crazy, but it exists. And this world, man, this Esau's world has to be destroyed, man, because it's so dysfunctional and upside down. You don't prosper, you cannot prosper, and you won't prosper now unless the Lord is with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to truly pass these trials and get over these lustful temptations, and so without Yahweh Bashem Yahushua putting the spirit on you. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. They just think that they can withstand on their own, or they get something, not realizing that the only reason you have it is because the Lord allowed you to have it. And you blaspheme against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and against his elder apostles and so on, and you're gonna pay for that, man. You're gonna definitely pay for that. James 1:12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh have promised to them that love him. And how do you show Yahweh Bashem Yahushua you love him? You go to 1 John 5:3, and that's how you show the Lord how you love him. Romans 5:3, and it reads, I read it in the NLT. We can rejoice too when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they help us develop endurance. The elder apostles of GMS on down always tells us this. This is not a race of who's fast. It's an endurance. It develops endurance, and endurance to time, and develops faith. And faith, when it's strong, and in Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, you really, man, in this flesh and blood, you unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? And that's not easy. It's a hard task to do. To depend solely on Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, and this is what faith building up is about. Because most won't understand that, and the ones who are strong enough to understand that and do understand that, their job is to teach the ones who don't, that are weaker, to build them up. 1 Thessalonians 3:4. For verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and ye knew. For this cause, when I could no longer forbear, I sent to know your faith, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and our labor be in vain. So the deceiver and the deceiver is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. So, if Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai is with you on the right side, then you're gonna get where you gotta go. This is why it's all about the elect. It's not you choose the Most High, and he has no option. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs you. He don't. The Most High don't need you. You need him. 1 Peter 1:7. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. 1 Peter 1:7 and the NLT. These trials will show that your faith is real. It is being tested as fire tests and purifies gold. Though your faith is far from more precious than mere gold, so when your faith remains strong through many trials, it will bring you much praise and glory and honor on a day when Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is revealed to the whole world. I don't even know if that's why I read it in the NLT, to give you an understanding of what it was truly saying. And this is what you really want. You want the Lord to remember you when he comes back. You want Yahweh Shai to remember you when he comes back, because it's going to be so much going on, and people are going to be thinking that it's going to be all good, not realizing that you sold your soul, and you gave into your temptations, and when that grace period is done, unfortunately, so will you. Sirach 2:5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Because that's what you're dealing with every day, especially when we're getting closer to the end time prophecies that's coming. You're being tested every day. Every day. Let's see, Acts 14:22. And it reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. It's not going to be for free. It's not going to be simple and easy. You have to go through much tribulation. As the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, that the elect will be scarcely saved. Scarcely saved. So they're going to be enduring things too. It's not going to be easy for anybody and nobody. 1 Corinthians 10:13. There no temptation taken you but such as in common to man, but the Most High is faith, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So you got to pray to the Most High and to put the Spirit on you to deal with the things that are about to happen. Things are about to get real bad out here. I read it in NLT. 1 Corinthians 10:13 NLT. The temptations in your life are no different from what others experience. And the Most High is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. You know that saying that the Lord can give you what you're going to handle. He's going to give you what He know you can handle. That's what that come from. When you are tempted, He will show you a way out so that you can endure. That's a faith builder scripture right there, because the more I'm in His truth, you get tested, you go through things, but you're gonna constantly endure. You have to constantly endure, and to do that, this is one of my favorite scriptures. To do that, the Lord has to be working with you and put the Spirit on you to do that, man. It don't just happen because you want it to. So one more scripture I got. Sirach 2:1. And it reads, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Because that's what you're going to have to deal with, especially coming up to these last end time prophecies, which is the CHIP, that MOTV, WW3. All of these things are about to take place and how about to happen. So have to get ourselves prepared for it. I would like to say you were edified with the lesson. I'm going to say, Kohalo Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors again to the elder apostles of GMS, where I consider and learn this 100% truth. And last but not least, shalom to the elect. Shalom.